domain. Okay, in the previous classes, then different types of functions we have seen. I may have left one or two questions. I'm sure Sivaram sir might have discussed. I'll discuss a little later about domain if any doubts. Today I want to discuss about range of a function. Okay. Once again, what is a function we have not yet discussed thoroughly. Okay, we'll discuss. Just discussing about domain and range. For the time being, or even factually also, I wanted to think. Basically, function is like a machine. Okay, some kind of machine where you give some input, some numbers or some whatever it is, it will give some output. Let us say f of x is equal to x square. When you give input as x equal to 1, okay, our input is x value and output will be y value. And the function y and f are connected by the function y equal to f of x is x square. So when x is 1 is input, the y will be 1 square. When you give input as 2, your output will be 2 square. When you give input as 3, your output will be 3 square, which will be 9. So the input that you are giving, that is called domain. And the output that you are getting, that is called range. Simple. Okay. Input is called domain and output is called range. Till now, what we have seen basically is out of all the real numbers, which real numbers are acceptable input, that we called it as domain. Okay. All right. Now, when you give all the proper input that is required, the complete output values, if you put in a set, that set is called range. How to write definition of range, we will see later. Okay. Does everybody have some idea about what is range now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Domain, we have found some set of rules. If something is in the denominator, it should not be 0. If something is inside a root, that should be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. Like that, if something is inside the log, it should be greater than 0. Okay, with that, we are able to find the domain somewhat easy. Range is not difficult, easy, but it is not like we have standard rules. Depends on the question, we have to do differently. Okay. So that's why some people, they will get confused or they will think range is difficult because there is no formula. For each question, depends on the question you have to choose. For example, if there is a function f of x is equal to 3 sin x plus 4 cos x. You give different x values and try to find the y values, f of x values. Anybody want to tell what's the range of this function?
-5 to +5.
-5 to +5.
Okay, -5 to +5 closed interval, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And what is the domain?
R.
All real numbers. Okay. Is the board clear to you? I switched off one light. Is it dark unnecessarily? No, we're able to manage. Okay, fine. Let's see if I open this, what will happen. All right. Let me give another function. F of x is equal to x square plus 7. What is the range of this?
R.
7 to
infinity.
closed interval 7 to
To
infinity.
open it.
Okay. And domain is all real numbers. Let us take another function. F of x equal to x cube.
So minus infinity to infinity.
Yes.
All real numbers.
All real numbers. Domain is also all real numbers. Instead of that, if it is x power 4,
Close 0.
Close it 0 to open infinity.
yeah. Okay, so all these functions, the domain is all real numbers. You can substitute any real number, it will be defined. But here, maximum value is 5, minimum value is minus 5 of the output, and in between everything will be covered. This is minimum 0, so when you add 7, it will be minimum 7, including 7, so 7 to infinity. This can cover all the negative numbers, all the positive numbers, so all real numbers. And this is 0 to infinity. And I can give some other examples where we do slightly different. Okay. Now, this we could tell by using trigonometry that a sin x plus b cos x maximum value is root a square plus b square and minimum value is minus root a square plus b square. Whereas this we know any perfect square is greater than or equal to 0. This will be all real numbers. That is because it will cover, and this cannot be negative. Okay. So it depends on the question. We have to do it differently. Anybody has any objection to these 4 ranges?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, I'm not going to give a definition. Later on, I'll give. Just put side heading range, and I'll give some functions. You try to find the range. Usually, when we ask range, it is also better to have some idea about the domain also. So better to find both domain and range. Okay, f of x equal to 5 sin x. You write domain and range.
అక్క పట్టుకో ఏడు పసుపు కొంది
Okay. I think all the for all the 5 functions, what is the domain?
All real numbers.
All real numbers.
all real
Real numbers.
Okay, so domain for all of them is all real numbers. Okay, for first one, what is the range?
Minus
Minus
5
5
to plus
minus
5.
5 to 5
Closed
Okay.
interval.
And the second one?
Minus 13 to plus
Minus 13 to plus 13. Interval minus 13 to 13.
Okay. And this one?
0 to infinity. Closed interval 0 to open infinity.
Yes. Not of something cannot be negative and it can be 0, anything higher than that. And this one?
7 to infinity.
Yeah. Mod x alone minimum is 0 plus 7. So closed interval 7 to infinity. Yes. And this last one?
Closed 5 to infinity.
Yes. Closed 5 to infinity. Why? You can make this into perfect square plus something. You can write 9 as 4 plus 5 and it will become x minus 2 whole square plus something whole square. Minimum is 0 plus 5, so 5 to infinity. Okay, so now we'll take mains material and we will do all the range questions in the class only together. Okay. It is in page number 95, question number 86 onwards, but 86 will do little later, 87 onwards will do.
Sir, once will you explain the range of second one, sir?
Oh, a sin x plus b cos x in trigonometry we learned that the maximum value is root a square plus b square and minimum value is minus root a square plus b square. Root over 5 square plus 12 square.
Yes, sir, got it. Got it, sir.
L equal to r theta, all of you don't remember the formula for sector arc length?
Remember, sir.
When NR sir asked, I think nobody told.
So we don't know that it is called as plane angle, but
Okay.
Yes, sir.
The reason I think they use word plane angle because later on we are going to study about solid angle also in physics. In maths, we don't talk, at least we don't study solid angle. So always we just, angle means plane angle obviously by default. Okay, so think about 87th question, mains material. This is volume 2, functions chapter, page number 95. Okay, so 87, as I said, for the range, there is no standard procedure. Basically, you have to think when you substitute different x values, what are the different y values will get and how to find all of them put together. So, f of x equal to x square by 1 plus x square. One way to do this is, I can add 1 and subtract 1 in the numerator. x square plus 1 minus 1 by 1 plus x square, which will be 1 minus 1 plus x square. Okay. Now, if you take only 1 plus x square, only 1 plus x square, what is the range of only 1 plus x square?
1 to infinity.
1 to infinity.
Closed 1 to open it.
Okay, this belongs to close to 1 to open infinity. If you take reciprocal of that, 1 by 1 plus x square, you take anything from closed 1 to infinity and take reciprocal, the values will be between what and what?
0 and 1.
0
0
and
to
9 1.
Open 0 to closed 1. Next, I have to take 1 minus this. Or let me first of all write minus 1 by 1 plus x square will be between what to what? The negative of all these values.
Closed interval minus 1 to 0.
Yeah, negative of this to negative of this. And for that I have to add 1. 1 plus minus 1 by 1 plus x square. So I'll add 1 here, add 1 here. It will be 0 and that will be 1. Closed 0 to open 1.
Sir, third step can you explain, sir?
Okay. We know only x square belongs to minimum 0, maximum infinity. I added 1, so minimum 1 to infinity. When I take reciprocal, anything between 1 to infinity, when you reverse it, reciprocal of 1 will be 1, reciprocal of infinity will be 0. So reciprocal of all the numbers from 1 to infinity will be between 0 to 1. Now when I multiply with minus, any number is between 0 to 1, when I multiply with minus, there will be minus 0.2, minus 0.3, minus 0.9, minus 1. Negative of all these values. Negative of this is minus 1, negative of this is 0. And then I had to add 1 because I want 1 plus minus 1 by x square. So I added 1 here. So I have to add 1 here and 1 here. If something is between minus 1 to 0, by adding 1, it will be between 0 to 1. That is the range now. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is one method. We'll discuss some other methods also. So anyway, range finally is closer 0 to open.
Sir, once again, can you explain the 1 by 1 plus x square step, sir?
You take numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100,000, 1 lakh, 1 crore. Take reciprocals of those numbers. What will come? 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 6, 1 by 100, 1 by 1000, 1 by 1 lakh, which is practically tending to 0, right? So when
Yes, sir.
the reciprocal of this will be the biggest and reciprocal of this will be the smallest in the list.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay, this is one way to find range. Method 2, it may not work for all questions, just a little bit idea. I want to take x is equal to tan theta. And here x is all real numbers, and we know tan theta also will cover all real numbers. But only thing is I want to take that theta is not pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, etc. Because tan pi by 2 is not defined, tan 3 pi by 2 is not defined, tan 5 pi by 2 is not defined. If I put x equal to tan theta, it will be very easy to tell the range of this. See what happens to x square by 1 plus x square. That is tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is secant square theta.
Secant square theta.
And the tan square by secant square, tan is sine by cos and secant is 1 by cos. Okay, so when you simplify, you will get sine square theta. Normally, what is the range of sine square theta alone?
Close at 0 to 1.
Closed 0 to closed 1. But here 1 is open because theta cannot be 90, 270 and all that. And sine theta will attain 1 only at exactly the odd multiples of 90. So because these angles are not there, here also that 1 and all will not be there. So it will be closed 0 to, instead of closed 1, open.
Sir,
Yes, please.
again, can you say why it is open one, sir?
Because theta cannot be any real number. It can be any real number except odd multiples of pi by 2. 90 degrees, 270 degrees, 450 you cannot take. Because tan theta is not defined. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see, without writing much, if somebody can say this range, 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Don't have to write, just look at this and tell me what is the range of this. If you take x equal tan theta there, what happens?
1 minus tan square theta by
So
1
minus
plus
1 to
tan.
infinity.
What is 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta?
Cos 2 theta.
Cos 2 theta.
Cos 2 theta, what is the range will be?
Minus
Cos of
1.
anything.
Minus 1 to.
Minus 1 to 1, closed interval. In that, I think minus 1 should be open because of that angle 90 degrees we should not take, right? I'm just giving a hint. Let me ask almost similar another one. 2x by 1 plus x square. What is the range of this?
Closed interval, open interval minus 1 to 1.
Why open interval minus 1?
Sine 2 theta.
Yeah, it is sine 2 theta. And sine 2 theta, when it becomes 1, when 2 theta is 90, theta is 45, fine, no problem. Theta is 45 is there. I think everything will be covered here. We don't miss anything. Closed interval minus 1 to 1, everything.
Yes.
Okay, so in all questions, taking x equal tan theta may not work, but in some questions, just a matter of idea. Okay. Okay, this one method, this one method. What I'm going to tell next is somewhat more useful. It is a more general method. Okay, at least for some IP questions later on. But in general, when you go to higher level also, there is no standard method for finding range. Depends on the kind of function. Sometimes we may have to draw the graph. Here, I'm going to draw the graph of this function also to you. Okay, so far, anybody has any doubt? No. Okay. The reason I'm asking is, of course, if you have doubt, I want to clarify. That is first thing. At the end of the range, I don't want anybody to say, sir, I have not understood range from the beginning, anything. Okay. And right now I ask, up to here, if you are not understood, you have to tell me.
Sir,
Yes.
Sir, I want a clarification. Like range is the values which we get by substituting whatever is there in the domain, sir.
Exactly. To be precisely that only. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, x square by 1 plus x square. Okay. Not just that. Any other question also doesn't matter. If they give a function, let us not talk about range in detail, but I want to know whether a particular number is there in the range or not. Okay. Let's say I want to know whether equal to 1 by 3, is it possible or not? If there is an x value, when you substitute here, if answer comes 1 by 3, then definitely 1 by 3 will be there in the range, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Whether
sir.
whether such an x exists or not, I want to check. If there is no such x, then this cannot be there in the range. So when you take equal to 1 by 3, I'll do cross multiplication. 3x square equal to 1 plus x square. 2x square equal to 1 and x equal to plus or minus 1 by root 2. Oh, the x values are there. When you substitute x equal to 1 by root 2 or x equal to minus 1 by root 2, the output will be 1 by 3. So I know which input is going to give me that output. Okay. So whenever you have a doubt whether a particular number is there in the range or not, you take the function equal to that number, try to find the input value. If that input exists, then the output also exists. If that input is not possible, one way how it is not possible. Let us take equal to 3. Let us see what happens. We'll get x square equal to 3 plus 3x square. That is 2x square equal to minus 3, x square equal to minus 3 by 2. Is it possible to get an x value whose square is minus 3 by 2?
No, sir.
No, sir.
That's why 3 cannot be there in the range, right? Okay, so we can take one or two examples. I'm giving an idea where you equate the function to that. Try to find x value. If you get a legible or what I mean say acceptable x value, okay, exists, then that number will be there in the domain. Otherwise, it will not be there. How to do that, I'll tell you. But before that, I want to ask a very, very simple question. 5x plus 2 by x minus 3. First of all, what is the domain of this function?
All real numbers except 3.
So no doubt, domain is all real numbers except 3. Let us come to range. Before actually finding the full range, in the range, whether number 2 will be there in the range or will not be there. That means you equate this to 2 and see whether an x value you are getting or not. When you equate it to 2 and solve, will you get some x value?
We are getting.
Yes, sir.
We'll obviously get a simple linear equation. 5x plus 2 is equal to 2x minus 6. That is 3x equal to minus 8 and x is equal to minus 8 by 2. When you put x equal to minus 8 by 3, your answer will come 2. So for this part of the domain, this will be the range. Okay. Let's say I got a doubt whether 7 by 3 will be there in the range or not. I'll equate it to 7 by 3, try to find x value. If I do cross multiplication, I'll get 15x plus 6 is equal to 7x minus 21. I'll get some 8x equal to minus 27, x equal to minus 27 by some x value will come. So I'm sure whatever number I put it here, if I do cross multiplication, I'll get one linear expression, another linear expression, a linear equation, I'll get an x value, right? So why only 7 by 3? You take a root 3. I'm sure if you do cross multiplication, you'll get an x value. You take 9, you'll get some x value. You take 100, you take e, pi, 2 by 7, 1 by 243. I'm sure you take this is equal to whatever number, okay? When you do cross multiplication, you'll get some x value. But there is one number, if I write here, when I do cross multiplication and try to solve, I'll not get any x value. Anybody want to tell what is that?
5.
Yes, very good. If I take equal to 5, I'll get 5x plus 2 equal to 5x minus 15. 5x will cancel. 2 equal to minus 15 is observed something. So there is no x value. Whatever x you substitute, this can never become 5. Other than 5, everything else is possible. Am I correct or not?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because let us take equal to k. Then I'll get kx here. The only case where they'll cancel is when k is 5. Other than k is 5, I'll always get some solution here. I can even tell what is that solution. What is that to bring this here? This one that side. 5 minus k into x is equal to minus 2 minus 3k. When you divide, I'll get x is equal to minus 2 minus 3k by 5 minus k. So if somebody gives me k output, I can tell you what is that input by using this formula. I'll put that k, I'll get x value. But when k is 5, this will be 0, x will be cancelled, I will not get. Or you can see when k is 5, it will become undefined. Right? Okay. So now tell me what is the range of this?
All real numbers except 5.
Yes. Let me ask another question. 7x plus 4 by x minus 2. What is the range of this function?
Sir, all minus 7, sir. All real number minus 7.
All real numbers except 7, because if you take equal to 7, then you do cross multiplication, you won't get any x value. Other than 7, anything else you equate it, you'll be able to find an x value, right? So here we are finding the range. You can see in the beginning like this, but later on just look at it, you can tell directly. Let us have 12x plus 9 by x plus 20. What is the range of this?
Real numbers except
Numbers
12.
except 12.
Okay. 5x plus 9 by 3x plus 20. What is the range of this?
R minus
Except 5 by 3.
Yes. If we equate it to 5 by 3, what happens? You will get here 15x plus 27. Here 15x plus 100. In that case, 15x will cancel. We don't get any x value. Other than that, every time it is fine. So in general, if I have ax plus b by cx plus d, what is the range?
All real numbers
Except a by c.
A by C.
Right? Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, please.
minus 20 by 3 also we cannot get, no sir.
No, minus 20 by 3 is not there in the domain, but it will be there in the range, I'll tell you. Okay. I'll tell you here, instead of minus 20 by 3, I'll tell you, if you want to say 3 is not possible to get. You can get 3, equate it to 3, you'll get an x value. We're not talking about domain, we're talking about range. Okay. 5x plus 2 equal to 3x minus 9. Right. Yeah, we'll come back to that. I'm just giving some hint about how to find the range of at least some kind of functions. So coming to this, I'm going to take this is equal to y. Okay. What I want to do is, for what y values, I'll get acceptable values for x. For example, I gave already x square by 1 plus x square. When I took 1 by 3, I'll get some solution. But when I take x square by 1 plus x square equal to 3 or 7 or 9, I will not get any solutions, because here I am getting finally x square equal to a positive number, whereas here I am getting x square equal to a negative number. You're able to understand that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now coming to this, I'll get x square equal to y plus yx square. Bring this side, you'll get x square into 1 minus y equal to y. X square equal to y by 1 minus y. So if you want what values for okay for y, any value for y is okay, provided this thing should be positive, because x square should be positive or 0. If it is negative, x square cannot give you a solution for it. So y by 1 minus y should be greater than or equal to 0. All of you know the usual number line for this. At 0 it is 0, at 1 it is 0. Anything more than 1, this is positive, this is negative. So negative, positive, negative. equality is there and numerator should be 0. There is a closed interval. This cannot be 0, it will be open interval. Okay, so what are the numbers? What is the interval in which y by 1 minus y is greater than or equal to 0?
Closed 0 to open.
one.
Okay, so y belongs to closed 0 to open 1, and that's the range. In the previous two methods, if you see, we got closed 0 to open 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can also see why 1 cannot be there in the range. If you put equal to 1 here, what happens? Will you get any solution? X square by 1 plus x square equal to 1. We'll get x square equal to 1 plus x square will cancel. 0 equal to 1 is absurd. We don't have any solution. Okay, so there is no x where x square by 1 plus x square can become 1. Okay, so one of the common method, maybe it may not be applicable for all questions, is we take the given function equal to y, try to find x value where what values of y will be able to get the function in terms of x will be defined here. So if you want a solution for x, this should be positive. Based on that, we are ready.
So it's just like finding domain, no, sir, but instead of x, we'll take y.
Yeah, it is somewhat like that only. Yes.
Yes.
Later on, we'll study about inverse function. What we are actually doing is finding inverse function and finding domain of that. Okay, I want to draw the graph of this function. Okay, what I wrote just now is method 3, and this is the range. Okay, method 4, I want to first of all draw the graph. Y equal to 1 plus x square graph I want first. Then I want y equal to 1 by 1 plus x square. Then I want minus 1 by 1 plus x square. Then I want 1 minus 1 by 1 plus x square, which is our x square by 1 plus x square. Okay, all of you are good in graphs. Recently completed quite thoroughly. Why don't you try to draw these 4 graphs? First this, next this, next this, next this. Okay, so 1 plus x square is a parabola upward. Add 1, it will go upward like this. One by one, and this minimum point is 0, 1. 1 by 1 plus x square graph is like this. Because when something is going to infinity, the reciprocal of that should tend to 0. You can see when you take x is 1 lakh, 1 crore, and things like that, it will be so big, 1 by that will be 0. So it is trying to touch x-axis, but never touches. It never becomes 0. There is no x where it becomes 0, but you are studying limits anyway. When x is tending to infinity, 1 by 1 plus x square tends to 0. Okay, and because this is increasing, the reciprocal is decreasing. At 0 it is 1, reciprocal of 1 is also 1. As it is increasing, 1 by that is keep on decreasing. Now coming to this one. Minus means just this reflection with respect to x-axis. Mirror image of this with respect to x-axis is this. Whenever basically this minus you can put here. Whenever you want to replace y with minus y, you'll get a reflection with respect to x-axis. And I have to add 1 here. Or here to here, what is the difference? Plus 1 extra. So you have to move upward this by 1 unit. So finally this one or this one, the graph is there is one horizontal line. It is trying to touch that. Like this. This is y equal to 1 line. This is 0, 0. I have to move this upward by 1 unit. That is this graph. Earlier it was trying to touch x-axis. Now it is trying to touch a line which is 1 unit above, which is y equal to 1 line. So this is the graph. Okay, now basically from the graph how to tell range. If you take any graph, any function graph, okay, there are many points on that graph, right? All the x values put together is called domain, and all the y coordinates put together is called range, because x coordinates is input and y coordinate is the output. So if you look at all the y coordinates here y coordinate is 0, here 0.1, 0.2, but maximum possible y coordinate is 1, but never 1. All the way up to 1, everything is possible. If you look at this y coordinate, this y coordinate, this y coordinate, you count everything from 0 to 1, but not 1. So you can tell range is equal to closed 0 to open 1. Anybody any problem with the graph?
No, sir.
Ritam, are you clear about the graphs, all the parts?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, without all these things, I'll tell you one simple common sense. I'll directly tell you the range. You don't need graph, nothing. Just a little.
Can I
sense.
guess?
Yes, tell.
So, by looking at the question, we can say that the numerator is always less than the denominator.
Yes.
Therefore, it will be, and that's it. Therefore, it will be close 0 to open 1.
And it is always positive. That also you should say. Less than 1 means it can go to minus infinity.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. See, numerator is 1 less than the denominator. Whatever it is, numerator less than the denominator. So something less by more will be obviously less than 1. And it can't be equal to 1 also. And moreover, x square is always positive. 1 plus x square is always positive. And it may be 0. But numerator positive, denominator positive, so ratio must be positive. It can be 0 also. It should be greater than or equal to 0. And because numerator is less than denominator, it should be less than 1. So that's it. Close at 0 to open. Is it all right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like earlier, I took equal to 3 and I said there is no solution. When I took equal to 1 by 3, there is a solution. Without solving also, I can tell when I take equal to 3, how can solution be there? Because something less by more, how can it be equal to 3? Not possible. Okay, so we discussed total 5 methods, including the last method, a little bit of mathematical common sense. Anyway, good, Bhagavani, you used your common sense.
Thank you, sir.
What you done in holidays, Bhagavani?
Sir, enjoyed.
At home, I went somewhere.
Sir, at home only.
Okay. This intermediate admissions for those who went to college, online process already done, or they have to go again?
Done.
Online process done, sir.
Okay. So for those people which is pending, they said they will call you, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There may be some technical issues, they want to sort it out and then they want to call you one by one. I don't know. Because this is the first time where they introduced this kind of online thing and all. Earlier they used to give a simple printed paper. You just fill in the details and sign, that's it, you are admitted. Okay, fine. So graph, nobody has any objection, right?
No, sir.
Sir, once explain second graph, sir.
Okay, from here to here.
Yes, sir.
I want to take all these values and take reciprocal. Here y coordinate is 1, so when I take reciprocal of 1, it will be 1. After that, my y coordinates are increasing, so the reciprocal should be decreasing. You take any positive number and take reciprocal. As the values increase, the reciprocal values will decrease. Finally, when you need to reach infinity, the reciprocal will reach 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And from here to here, mirror image with respect to x-axis. And from here
Yes,
to
sir.
here, moving upward by 1 unit because of adding 1.
Sir, by drawing 1 by x square graph, can't we do it by horizontal
do
shift
that.
of 1?
Not like that. If you want 1 by x square graph, no, horizontal shift will give you from 1 by x squared to 1 by x minus 1 whole square.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
But we want something else. Okay, just we discussed one question, 87. Let us see 88. Okay, before discussing 88, I will discuss one simple question and then come back. Y equal to f of x is equal to square root of 9 minus x square. Okay, I want you to think, I don't want any solution, okay? I don't want explanation also. Just I want what is the domain and what is the range. Just answer, no explanation.
Sir, domain is a closed interval minus 3 to 3.
Yes, correct.
Sir, range is closed interval 0 to 3.
Yes, correct. When you substitute 0, you will get answer as 3. And when you substitute 3, you will get answer as 0. But anyway, I want you to see graphically one thing. To square this, you are going to get y square equal to 9 minus x square. Bring this side, you will get x square plus y square equal to 9. X square plus y square is basically like x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square equal to 9. I can write 3 square. It is like distance between x comma y and origin is 3 units. So actually this represents a circle with the center, origin and radius 3 units. If there is a circle, with the center origin and the radius 3 units. You take any point on that circle as x comma y, distance between these two should be 3 units. So that is exactly this equation or this equation. So actually this graph is a circle, but not full circle. It is only upper semicircle. Why?
Because it is always positive.
Yeah, root of something, x can be negative or positive, but root of something is always positive. So y coordinate should be positive. So I should take only upper semicircle where y coordinate is positive and neglect the lower semicircle where y coordinate is negative. Yeah. So here, this is a circle with center 0, 0 and radius. I want to write all that. Okay. So now when I draw only the semicircle, this is 0, 0. This is 3, 0. This is minus 3, 0. This is 0, 3. This is a graph of the function, upper semicircle. All the x values of all these points is called domain. And y coordinates of all these things put together is called range. Here y coordinate is 0. Here 1, 2. Finally, your y coordinate is maximum 3. So when you look at all the y coordinates, we will cover everything from 0 to 3. That's why range is closer to 0, 3. And domain, you can see along x-axis. You started here and you finished here. Closed interval minus 3 to 3. Okay. So for this function, domain, of course, we know 9 minus x square should be greater than or equal to 0. That's how we'll check the domain. When you multiply with minus, you'll get x square minus 9 less than or equal to 0. That is x minus 3 into x plus 3 less than or equal to 0. You take number line minus 3 and 3, positive, negative, positive. It should be negative. So that is closed interval minus 3 to 3. That's how we'll find the domain. But range, of course, with a little common sense, you can tell. Take different numbers in the domain and substitute here and see what values are you getting. Get a feel of the function. You substitute 0, what is happening? 3. When you substitute 1, it will become root 8. When you substitute 2, it will become root 5. When you substitute 2.5 and 3, you will get 0. And as you increase x from 0 to 3, this will decrease from 3 to 0. So you can say it is starting with 3 and ending with 0. So range is 0 to 3. Like that also you can tell. But I wanted to give, in the future, anytime you see a function like y equal to root a square minus x square, just like that, you can tell domain is closed interval minus a to a and range is 0 to a. Okay, maybe instead of telling with a 9, I can make that statement. Okay, so let a is greater than 0 and y equal to f of x equal to root a square minus x square. I want to tell that for this domain is closed interval minus a to a and range equal to 0 to a. So just from the simple figure that the shape of this is a semicircle. This is a comma 0, this is minus a comma 0, this point is 0 comma a. That is a graph of the function y equal to f of x equal to root a square minus x square. When you square it, you will get y square equal to a square minus x square, which is x square plus y square equal to a square. This is like distance between x comma y and 0 comma 0 is a. And even write under root equal to e. Okay, so that in the future it will be useful for some other questions, even with the present question. So coming to the present question, y equal to f of x is equal to 3 sine square root of pi square by 16 minus x square. What is the time? Okay. We'll complete this semester. First of all, domain pi square by 16 minus x square should be greater than or equal to 0. So x square minus pi square by 16 less than equal to 0. That is x minus pi by 4 into x plus pi by 4 less than equal to 0. You can take number line minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, positive, negative, positive, this is included. So x belongs to closed interval minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Sorry, not visible. Yeah. So that is the domain. Coming to the range, x belongs to minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 implies x square belongs to 0 to pi square by 16. That belongs to minus x square belongs to minus pi square by 16 to 0. And I take pi square by 16 minus x square. That will belong to 0 to pi square by 16. When I take square root of that, that will belong to 0 to pi by 4. Okay. So basically I just proved, including the square root, it is between 0 to pi by 4. Now I have to take sine of that. I'll explain this range part. Copy the domain part first for this function. Okay. So this part everybody clear now?
Yes.
Root s.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So coming to present function, 3 sine root over pi square by 16 minus x square. First of all, domain means anything inside the square root should be greater than equal to 0. I took this greater than equal to 0, multiplied with minus, so it is less than equal to 0. I wrote a square minus b square as a plus b into a minus b. And whenever you have x minus a into x minus b less than equal to 0, on the number line you mark a and b. You know, more than b and less than a is positive, between a and b is negative. We have already done so many times. So from here we will get x should be between closed interval minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. That is the domain. Now, what is the range? When x is between minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, you take any number between this to this. When you square it, don't say this square is pi square by 16, this square it will be between pi square by 16 to pi square by 16. No. If a number is between minus 5 to 5, the square of that will be between
0 to 25.
0 to 25. The same way, if a number is between minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, the square of that is between 0 to pi square by 16. If this is between 0 to pi square by 16, the negative of that will be between negative of this to negative of this. And from here to here, what I have done? I added pi square by 16 everywhere. I added pi square by 16 here, here, here. If this is between 0 to pi square by 16, the root of that is between what to what? 0 to pi by 4. But without all that, just now I said root a square minus x square, what is the range? 0 to a. Like that, this also root a square minus x square, only this part without sign, what is the range? 0 to a, and that a is pi by 4. I would have directly said this belongs to 0 to pi by 4, but I just wanted to write like this. If something is between 0 to 45 degrees, sign of that will be between what to what?
0 to 100.
0 to
1 by 1. And then 3 times that?
0 to 3
0 to 3 by 2.
Okay. So what we have done, this whole range thing is, first we proved this is between 0 to pi by 4, 45 degrees. then sine of that will be between 0 to 1 by root 2. 3 times that will be between 0 to 3 by root 2. So the range is 0 to 3 by root 2.
Sir,
Yes, please.
the last two lines can you say, sir?
First copy, then I'll explain.
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, they already gave me the question that this minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 closed interval is the domain, sir.
Yeah, they don't have to give, they just gave like that.
Okay, sir. Then if they give like no need to do the starting part, sir, but it will be more clear for us.
Yeah, they just made it more clear, but it's not compulsory to.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Saket, what is your doubt you said?
Last two lines, sir.
Okay, from here to here, do you have any objection from here to here?
Yes, sir, from there on.
If x square is between 0 to pi square by 16 minus x square, what are the, if you multiply all of them with minus, if something is between 0 to 5, negative of that will be between what to what?
Minus pi square by 16 to 0, sir.
Okay, so from here to here, fine to you. From here to here, what I have done for minus x square, I added 1 pi square by 16. So I added 1 pi square by 16 here, here, here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if this is between from here to here, when you add pi square by 16, this became 0, this became pi square by 16. And if something is between 0 to pi square by 16, root of that will be between what to what? Root of this is 0, root of this is pi by 4.
Yes, sir.
And if something is between 0 to pi by 4, sine of that will be between 0 to sine pi by 4, which is 1 by root 2.
Yes, sir.
And then our function is 3 times this. There is a 3 because of that 0 to 3 by root.
Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
Okay. So I am not giving any homework on range today because we need to do some more questions, and usually each question takes some explanation. Okay. So domain, if you have any backlogs, you can complete in the mains even numbers or 1 or 2 odd numbers if I left up to 85. And IP last exercise already Sivaram sir might have explained, but still few questions are left for you to try. You can try it. All right.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.